Touchdown. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on another episode of Music and Marriage. My name is Nikita, I am your host, and this is my co-host.
I'm Black Red Square, and we're there one more time, you know the thing go. Brand new episode of the Music and Marriage podcast. Give thanks for checking in. Let's talk.
Yes, thanks again for joining us. Hope this podcast is reaching you wherever you are in the world in good health and in good spirits.
Yeah, most definitely. And before we get into it, you don't know we have to pay the bills. So, you don't know, Simply Rose Craft. If you need your house decor, if you need your merch, make sure you check out Simply Rose Craft at her website, Simply Rose Craft. That's simplyrosecraft.com, or on Instagram at Simply Rose Craft.
Yes, make sure you guys go over there and support.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Nikki Glitz Cosmetic. If you need any loose glitters, any eye shadow, any eye glitter, make sure you check her out on IG, Nikki Glitz Cosmetic, or also on her website, nikkiglitzcosmetic.com.
Yes.
What's going on? Big up Jamaica festive, but like I be things are going like
Yeah,
Jamaica
yes.
just
As usual, it's coming down to the holiday season. You know what I mean? And yeah,
place are going away.
it's going away, you know what I mean?
Woo.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. So, what's going on with you? What's going on?
Just here.
Yeah.
Nothing really new. I mean, things are new that's going on.
What's
but,
new? What's new?
Nothing I care to share.
Okay. I must say big up Best FM, right? So if you're in Jamaica or even overseas, you
'cause
can
it's
still
online as well.
listen. Every Tuesday at 3:45 p.m. Music and Marriage is on the radio.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah, some applause to that. Yeah. Kemisha, big up yourself.
Big up yourself, Kemisha.
Best FM, big up on yourself, you know. That's the radio station here in Jamaica. Kemisha actually has a program
The Reset.
called The Reset. I think it starts at 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. or if I'm not mistaken.
2 to 5, Monday to Thursday.
Right. So you don't know, check in with Kemisha. And
Yes.
on Tuesday, we get a 15-minute slot just to reason about the podcast and the episode that is to come on the Wednesday. You know what I mean? So you don't know. If you want to tune in and get familiar with what's going on here in Jamaica and, you know, on Best FM, just you know, check in, you know what I mean? I think it's Best FM 100.5 here in Jamaica, and the website is
Online is bestfm.com.
bestfm.com. I think they have videos, live streaming, video.
And Kemisha also does live streaming on her Instagram, Kemisha_B, if you are interested in, you know, joining in and watching the lives.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man. So, big up to Best FM. Kemisha,
Big up yourself.
big up
sis.
yourself. Give thanks for
The opportunity. Yes.
to, you know, share our works and share the podcast on your platform, you know what I mean? Enough respect, and you don't know, you're invited to the podcast as well. We've wanted to have you as a guest for a very long time, and I think maybe it's overdue now. So, you know what I mean? If you're watching this, and we know you're watching, check in. We're ready to talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yes.
for our Kemisha slide through. We'll definitely enjoy
Most
the
definitely.
reasoning with you.
Yeah.
So,
What you got going on today? What's going on? Let's go into the topic.
this is going to ruffle a lot of
Topic,
feathers.
topic,
This is not the topic. It's like a little pre-topic. Well, it could be a topic. You know, let's just reason. Recently, I know we don't really speak much about music because, you know, it's a lot of copyright infringements and stuff like that we have to try to stay clear of.
Yeah.
So, but we can discuss, you know, things that are happening within the dance industry or the reggae industry or just the music industry in Jamaica on a whole. So recently, Lila Iké came out and said that, well, I guess there was someone's probably blackmailing her in some way, shape, or form with either video, audio, or whatever it is, photos. I'm not really sure. She didn't specify what it was, but a video came out of her about a week or 2 weeks ago saying that I guess there's a photo or a video or something going around, or it could be leaked, of her in a compromising situation with a female. For those who don't know, Lila Iké, and let me say this before I get into that, I don't got nothing against Shorty, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do what you want to do with your own life, that's your business. For those who don't really know who Lila Iké is, she is a part of the Reggae revival crew that came out of Jamaica, which consists of, you know, multiple artists, multiple big name reggae artists right now in the industry. And she is pretty much, I guess why it's getting so much heat, because the crew is supposed to be a reggae revival. Majority of the members of that group are Rastafarians. A few of the female weren't, because I know Lila is not a Rasta. However,
Savannah as well.
Savannah is not a Rasta, and I don't remember who else, but majority of the members of the revival are Rastafarians. So now my thing is, she's been getting a lot of flack, a lot of backlash, a lot of, you know, hate for her making this video, I guess beating whoever that was going to reveal, you know, the picture, video, or whatever. You know, she beat them to the punch, I guess.
Yeah.
So I guess she looked at it as a publicity thing or a marketing thing to get ahead of the story before it was leaked. I personally, like, I see she's getting a lot of, you know, backlash and all of this or whatever. Me personally, I don't have an issue with her, because at the end of the day, everybody have their life to live. Everybody do what they want to do. However, I do have an issue with the Rastafarian man them who is around her. And reason why I said that, because if you're a Rastafarian man and you sing songs, say about out certain things in your music, you're against certain lifestyles. Them not sing that? No? Okay. Alrighty then. Alright. Pause.
Stick a pin.
Stick a pin.
Me I try to remember if I've ever heard any lyric from any one of these the reggae revival artists that actually speak against
homosexuality.
Yeah, or anything like that.
All right, then. Well, I guess let me pull that up and revert and rewind.
No. So I mean, continue. Sorry to.
No, maybe
because you know it's
good that you stop and you corrected me.
It trigger a thought. You know, like.
Have you ever heard it? Like, let me really think back.
Yeah, you know, like.
All right. Well, as a Rastafarian woman, you're supposed to. It's not supposed to, but certain things we not deal with.
Yeah,
certain things we not condone.
Culturally.
Certain nastiness we not, exactly. Culturally. Not even just as Rastafarian, as a Jamaican.
Culturally. We are speaking about Rasta. Let's speak about Rastafari.
All right, Rastafari.
And not Jamaican. Because Jamaican is a different thing
very
from...
wishy-washy right now.
Jamaican is a different... social construct from what Rastafari represents. Okay. Because
that is true.
There is a common misconception that you're Jamaican, you're Rasta.
Or once you have dreads, you're Rasta.
Yes. You understand what I say? So let's not confuse the two.
Okay.
Let's be mindful of what we are saying. Because
as a
Rasta man, you have a different culture, different way of living. You see things differently from a regular Jamaican.
All right, so you go ahead.
You know what I mean?
Speak.
Let me just piggyback off of what I say. Seeing
as the artist,
as an artist from the outside looking in, right? First and foremost, me not support no type of homosexuality at all. Whether it be man or woman. Let me just say that off the bat, so we have that clear. No, I don't care about your lifestyle either. Your life is your life. That's what you want to do. Do your thing. But I am not in agreement with it. You understand what I say? And I am entitled to my opinion.
Facts.
As well as you are entitled to your opinion and the way how you see life. You understand what I say? Your business that. You got answer for that. and me I got answer for my way of life. So let me clear that first. See? Secondly, yeah, me understand what you're trying to say, you know. She's in a group, a crew of people who profess to be Rastafari. Put forward the image of a Rasta man, Rasta women, and act as if they observe the philosophies and the cultural norms of Rastafari. You understand what I say? And if you know Rastafari, you know that Rastafari is loving. Rastafari is about love, first and foremost. See? So don't get that twisted. No hate, no in a Rastafari. Don't get that twisted. See? However, we also have certain cultural norms that we uphold. See? And one of those key norms is man and woman bring forth child. Family structure, man and woman, child. That is our family structure. That is our idea of what family should be. Now, if you are of the culture and you have certain people in your circle where see things differently, I mean, what you can really do about that?
Not much, because you can't control a man's thought.
You can't control nobody thought or them feel or them see life or them see certain things.
But at the end
However,
of the day, if you're a Rasta man and you see certain follies going on and you're around it, you take away yourself. But you don't sit down and laugh tail and then...
No, alright, because the situation is that she's an artist and that Protojo's thing. Seen? And he's the one that is pushing her music and
he's a
pushing
Rasta man.
her.
And if you're a Rasta man and you know this ahead of time before the mass know, this is not something where you should push to a Rasta audience, because right there you're misleading the people to fall in love with
it seems as if you're okay with this lifestyle then.
Exactly.
But the thing is, it was never public. So now that it is public, now how do you approach and deal with this situation? Because you were okay with it in private.
So now that it's public, how he gonna deal with it?
Assuming that you knew.
He knew.
Assuming that they all knew.
They all knew.
Right?
They all knew.
You were okay with it. So now that it in the public, do you come out and say we support Lila?
Well, that's pretty much what they're saying when they're commenting under her page and saying certain things.
Exactly.
Know, with encouraging words, which is expected of them, because, I mean, if they're supposed to be like a family, you will get it on that end.
And if you come out in support of Lila and her lifestyle,
you support
just
homosexuality. Yeah, might as well.
Just go trim and done.
Might as well.
You understand what I'm saying?
Like, as I said, I don't have no qualms with her, because at the end of the day, she's not a Rastafarian.
No.
She's around them, but she's not a Rastafarian. So therefore, whatever you want to do with your life, even though you're still misleading the people, in my opinion, because you presented yourself as
cultural,
a man and woman,
artist,
as a man and woman,
in
when all actually, because that's what the songs...
They deal with man and woman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for you to put...
At least we don't know, maybe...
No, we know that. We know coffee words is straight woman she talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about coffee.
No,
because
I'm just
coffee
saying,
at the end of the day, coffee, in my opinion, she never come out straight and say she is this or whatever the case may be, but
So
she did present herself.
She's presenting herself as...
Yeah. She present herself in such a way that it is suggestive that you can say, well,
yes.
So she not sing no song where talk about no man need or nothing like that.
No, but the song say a fancy.
Right,
Which man
exactly.
name fancy?
All
Come
right.
on now, put 2 and 2 together.
Also,
You're not stupid.
Yeah, man. That's clear.
And these artists are pushing these type of things. You get what I'm saying?
Clear.
So
That's
it's,
clear.
Even if it's not on one end, it's still on the other end.
Mm-hmm. So
it's
but
clear
what
it's
do
more
you do now as
Me
a protege,
personally-
as a Jesse Royal, as the man them were in a reggae
I mean, you
revival,
can't
something
really
where
do
you push
anything. You can't
Rastafari,
really do
where
anything.
it's supposed to push Rastafari and Rastafari norms and culture.
And you see the funniest thing
What
about
do
it,
you do now? What do they do now
they
in the
can't-
position that they're in?
In my opinion, there's not much for them to do but just stand 10 toes down with whatever they were supporting from the jump.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna look like you backpedaling, you gonna look mad stupid. Like, just stand 10 toes down and be like, yeah, this is what I support, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I mean, all of them pretty much kind of some way, shape, or form came out and said like, well, it's her life. She live and do what she want to do. No man can't control, which is the basic line of saying I support it without saying I support it.
Them support she. But
You support the movement.
Yeah.
You support it. Because if you're going to come as a Rastaman and put this forth to people who you know who are within the Rastafarian culture, lifestyle.
and people worldwide, because now
Exactly. It's
the
not
thing
only
is-
in Jamaica.
The thing is, you have youths now. Cause them are gonna come be elders in a Rastafari, and you have youths who are come now. I go look up to them a certain way as the ones them will have the knowledge and can share it with the younger ones, the younger generation. And what kind of knowledge them are gonna share with the younger generation? Say we okay with this type of lifestyle
Yeah, because I mean,
as Rasta.
if them comfortable with disrespecting an elder, if you're comfortable with doing certain things to elder, you're not really business about the future, you're not really business about the past, you're not really business about that, you just care about yourself.
Yeah.
It's all about the finances for you, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I stopped listening to a few of them a couple years now because I could see certain things. Like, certain things not add up to me. I don't care what it is that you're receiving. I don't care how much money you're getting. I don't care what you do. Certain things you just don't do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
As Rasta.
as a Rasta, like,
Yeah.
certain things you just don't do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, how can
Yeah,
you?
but Nikita,
Mhm.
remember, people from the outside and even in our community as Rasta might even look upon you and say, but you have on makeup, you dress a certain way,
Okay. I'm comfortable with my.
and them thing and a Rastafari culture.
When we're in Africa, how do women them dress?
You
They're
want me to
not
say?
hip. Listen to me.
Rastafari culture.
And where are we from as Rastafarians? Africa, correct?
Africa is the vision, yes.
Okay, so therefore, I dress the way how I feel comfortable. Ooh, some of these people don't know me from when I used to wear long hair and my hair wrap up all the time.
Yeah, but
But
what I'm saying is,
no one can tell me how.
I'm not, it is not,
Okay. Go
it's
ahead.
just like how you say no one can tell you how to dress,
I am
even
not
though it
here
is not a
putting
part of the...
Listen to me. For them, they are being looked at as idols. They are being looked at as heroes. They are looked at as role models for younger children, for younger Rastafarians that are coming up. If you're presenting certain things, my lifestyle is very clean. My lifestyle is good as a Rastafarian.
Yes.
I might look a certain way, but my lifestyle and my morals is still intact with what the Rastafarian guidelines
Another
are.
man might look upon me and say, but me I wear my locks out. I mean,
Yeah,
so
but-
I mean, I come
Yes,
and
that's
I
a
bingy.
Yeah, but it
and
can't-
rare. So
And-
me and a real Rasta.
But listen to me. I've been around the Rastafarian, a few of the Rastafarians in Jamaica, and I wasn't too proud. So I mean, you can't say certain things and expect what for if you're an artist and you put yourself on the platform, you put yourself in this spotlight, and you're preaching this for years upon years, and this is what you're going by. But every time somebody sees something, it's one thing after another that's triggering. Like, okay, you're doing this and you're doing that and you're doing that. It makes it look a little sus. You can look at me
I
and say,
think-
well, I have on nails and I have on makeup and I show my skin. Yeah, because I'm comfortable who I am.
I think as far as artistry go, I think it is time. Maybe back then it was different,
It is
but
time
in this
for what?
time now, I feel like it is time to separate the artists
From the music, from the man.
from the culture. Like not because a man a wear locks.
Yeah, but how is
If
it
you
that?
group him and say him a Rasta.
Yeah, but how is that? How does that make sense though? Because a sinner can't go in a Christian church and I sing gospel to the level where the rest of Christian them in the past them gonna have you as
Me don't know where the
The
sinner
quiet-
do. Me don't know where the sinner do.
I mean,
and Christian.
the-
Me not talk about Christianity and sinners. Me not understand the analogy there.
all right. Go
Me just a say, me feel like the public to be more mindful of what Rastafari really is, and know say and every artist where you see Avan Locks and I talk about certain things is actually Rastafari. You understand what I say? And if you can understand that concept there, then you can understand say a music them a deal with, and them a deal with finances and whatever them a do for sell them soul, or what people will say sell them soul for whatever, for goal.
Yeah,
and then you have others who are deal with the music and I deal with conscious music and I deal with conscious levity also. I live with them a sing. You understand what I say? And you have to decide. I mean, time I got always reveal certain things. And until time reveals certain things, we have to be mindful of what we are support and
yeah, but as you said, in that sense, if you're saying be mindful of what we're supporting, how do you know what you're supporting if a man is just going to come and give you this? It's like he's selling you something that he's not really what he initially is. But how hard is that? Your research. But how hard is that going to be as an artist? Like, who is going to really sit down and say, okay, let me go? But how many artists really put their life out there for you to say, all right, you're going to scrutinize whether he's really following this or he's not? Like, it's very hard for you to do that.
Not really.
Some artists, they have it on social media, and that's the easiest way for you to really find out what's going on in someone's lives.
That's true.
It's very hard for you to do that.
I feel like if you look on them track record and see what them do, you can clearly see say them nah follow Rastafari culture. Man are just up in a Santa Claus suit and things like that. And you know, so that is not Rastafari. We know that.
But that's what I'm saying. What I say? That's so totally different.
If you follow them, if you follow the footprint and look on certain things, you will see the pattern. Them it can't hide.
Yeah.
It cannot hide.
Yeah.
Cannot hide.
I mean, I get that. I definitely do see that, because as a Rastafarian, as I said, certain things you don't do. And the Santa Claus thing, like, we don't do Christmas. And if we do Christmas, it's Ethiopian Christmas in January, and there's no Santa Claus involved.
Yeah, and if you can mislead the youth themselves, Santa bring no gift on them things.
Exactly. Your parents,
even if you do the holiday season, you buy your gift and make your youth them know say you buy it and not Santa.
Shit. Exactly. We working so hard for shit, and y'all gonna give credit to this damn big old fat man that is freaking invisible. It's a freaking made up story. Like, come on, as grown ups, we have to be mindful of the shit that we feed in our kids.
Definitely.
Make them have sense. Make them know certain things. Don't try to shield them talking about you're protecting their innocence. Yeah. You're not protecting their innocence, because all the shit that they need to not know, they're already knowing it from social media, from the internet, from friends at school, from family members. Like, they're going to find out one way or another. So it's best that you tell them and you deal with them and you make them understand, like, listen, this is some bullshit.
And that's why it's so difficult.
And a lot of these Christians don't even celebrate Christmas for damn Jesus. They celebrate it for gifts.
True.
It's like gifts and gathering. That's all it is.
And that's why it's so difficult for really see where them go from here now with this whole reggae revival.
I say they can't go anywhere. They just got to stand 10 toes down and just say, listen to me, who riding, you ride. Yeah. If you ain't riding, you kick bucket. If you riding, you just keep going, because what else can they do? They can't come down and say, okay, they don't support the lifestyle, because they're because they've been pushing them
but
on the country.
As a brethren, as a friend, I mean,
you just got to take this whatever way it comes, whether it come good or bad.
Put yourself in the situation. You and Lila a friend, but you're Rastafari, but you never know. Say, she deal with certain things.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell us.
Would you go under her page and console her same way, knowing the fact that maybe console her in the sense that not supporting her lifestyle, but showing support for that she's going through something.
I'm sorry you're going through this kind of.
Yeah, would you do something like that?
No. The first thing, if I'm in a situation with her as a friend, I mean, everyone can do whatever they want to do, but me personally, what they say, I don't. It's saying you don't want no squares in your circles. Well, I don't like circles, whatever, however you want to take that. Like, I'm against homosexuality, so I personally, like, I wouldn't. The friendship would have to be done right there, because for me, it's you deceived me, you lied, Like, because as friends, we would know this about our friend. You would know something like this about your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to be going through this, and as a friend, clearly I wasn't really your friend, because if I was your friend, you would have told me this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I would have took it offensive in that way. Two, me personally, like, no, I couldn't, because it's awkward for me. Because right then, after that, I don't think I could be able to trust you. I can't believe anything you say.
Can't look on you the same.
I can't look at you the same. Like, everything is different. And even for me as a female, as your friend, like, being around you, I'm feeling like, oh, is she ever looking at me certain way? Or, you know?
Yeah.
It would make it very awkward and uncomfortable.
Definitely.
So, I mean, for me, no. I don't think, no. It's not that I don't think. It's a no.
Yeah. I understand.
I couldn't do that one day. I couldn't do that one day. And as a friend, that makes you know, like, my girl, you sing reggae music, you sing about certain things, you're around certain people. Certain things you can't, if that's the case and this is what you choose that you want to do, you put yourself in a position where you are with another label, or you're with another, you know, or go with another crew. But at the same time, you can't really blame her, because she's looking for the opportunity. But I could definitely blame the person who's giving her the opportunity.
And what do you say to her reasoning behind why?
Where she said she was molested and stuff like that. I think that's a crock of shit. I mean,
why you say that?
Because if you were molested by a man, why is that gonna make you have so much hate towards men?
What do you mean? We can't see that. We can't see if a woman get molested by a man.
It's gonna make you hate all men to that level where you say you want to be with women, but at the same time you have brothers who you say you love. If you have a hatred for men, it should be all men.
Not in that way, but sexually. Not hating men as in hating men overall.
So because
just
okay, so if one person does something to you, you're gonna hate everyone because of that one person's actions.
Not hate, but more protective of yourself and selective in terms of
but that's just life. You have to be selective with who you're sleeping with. You have to be selective with who you have around you. Your parents have to be selective with who they have around you as a child. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be mindful of all these things. It's not just, okay, well, you just do whatever and then it is what it is. No, I don't like, with that one, I don't know. This whole situation is just very weird. It's very disturbing, just for the fact that you have Rastaman where I stand up behind this.
Definitely.
And it's not one, it's not two, it's not three, It's not four.
We find it very disturbing as well.
You understand what I mean?
We find it.
And then you're here preaching certain things, and you're saying that you're standing up in His Majesty's name, and you're saying certain things in defense of Rastafari.
And you know where His Majesty defend.
And you know
say a queen, king and queen, crowned upon the same time.
Equal balance. You can't do nothing else outside of that. So I understand all you exactly, and you talk about woman and man in your song, and them I talk about woman and man in a them song with all actuality. Listen to me, money will put it past it for years, and none of them come out and say them gone. I mean, at this point, anything is possible. You laugh. Why you laugh? It's not funny. Anything possible at this point in time, because it's just like, in my opinion, it's disappointment. Yeah, it's disappointment, and it's like no man respect His Majesty wishes. No man respect. No man have no morals, no man respect God. Like, that's just what it kind of boils down to me. Even if no man respect God, we expect them as Rasta man. But they respect the Father's plan and nature's law. Exactly. Like, certain things, I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, everybody live their own life. Everybody do what they want to do. Yeah, but when you come in a Rastafari culture, when you're bringing certain things, and then you're imposing certain things because you're a big thing in the reggae in the reggae industry. You can't carry yourself and preach one way and then. But I mean, that's the same kind of fire that Spice is under right now, with a few of the dance hall selectors and whoever else is against it. I don't know, because these people wishy-washy as hell. Yeah. They just dancehall are different things still, How is that a different thing? Because even though dancehall represents Jamaican culture, Jamaican culture now, and you say Jamaican culture, wishy-washy. It's a thing where
you know, in
Wish
regards
she
to
have to wash it.
in regards to this topic, it kinda
Yeah, because Jamaicans, and I include myself in this,
You know?
like, I'm against it, but at the same time, if I see a nice designer fit, I want to copy it.
yeah. So it kinda
You know,
it
it's
kinda
hypocritical.
different.
We're a hypocritical
And then furthermore,
culture.
you have to think about what you say too, because as a Rasta, you're not supposed to, design a business with no man where you understand what I mean? Like people
Yeah.
look upon you a certain
Yeah.
way. When you have to know, you have to be
It's
mindful.
like a fine line with a lot of
There's a
things.
very, very thin line. You understand what I say?
Yeah.
So it's like with dancehall and spice thing, we don't really have nothing much to say about it.
They kind of
Me
for the
I see
dancehall
what
artist
go on
then.
and I hear it,
Yeah.
but a nice. It's
Yeah.
all nice because all of them where make up be nice. Them indulge in a some way, shape or form where them are burn out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You understand what I say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just
Why?
nice this. I just nice I go on this.
But the reggae revival, y'all really disappointed.
Yeah, man.
Y'all
For
really made me feel some type of way.
sure. For sure.
And to know that y'all leading the younger youths, the younger generation,
Mm.
the generation after ours,
Yeah.
you know, like, because our generation are the elders, them we are say the elders, them soon drop out.
Yeah.
So, you
And
know,
we
I
ever
say,
come be
we
the
are gonna
elders
do
them
it.
soon.
Exactly. And then them will come right in between us and them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like,
Tough, man. Definitely.
oh, it a go work, oh, it a go go.
It's a tough.
I don't know.
It's a hard pill, bitter pill for
Yeah,
swallow,
man.
you know.
It's very difficult, but as we said, like, it's a very hypocritical thing.
Yeah, man.
But at the same time, it's like we are people of
We are
moral
all
and values
hypocrites in a one way
in
or the
one way,
other.
shape, or form when
But
it comes to this situation.
certain things
You just can't
morally
pass. Yeah, you just can't make pass. Yeah.
can't look
You cannot condone it. You cannot derone it. And like, you know what I mean? Say certain things.
Yeah.
And a lot of people's like, oh, well, gay people run the world and they're taking over there in every industry. They're
in
this,
them
they're
own
that.
world.
Exactly. Exactly.
We know our own
Exactly.
world.
Because what you're
With the
doing in
business
your
about them and
lifestyle
what
is
them
not
a do.
affecting me and mine.
Yeah,
Because
there
we're
you
making
go.
sure that we implement certain things and we make sure we show our kids them what it needs to be. So, you know, every parent, I guess, just have to probably, you know, just do their part. Most parents are kind of cool with it. Listen,
The spirit.
yeah, I'm straight. But Lila,
Yeah.
it's,
Disappointing, you know.
yeah. I think
Personally.
that's the word. I think that's the word that I would
I'm
use
very
for
disappointed.
how I feel towards the
To
situation.
know
I'm
that you
disappointed.
bamboozled me
Yeah.
into loving your music so
yeah.
when in truth and in fact you never that talk about man and woman and we take it on and
So I
said,
can't be
"Jano."
listening to the song thing about me and my man. Now every
Yeah.
time I hear the song, it's like you and your shorty, and it's
Yeah.
like
Damn, man.
pause.
Yeah.
So kind of just frig up the
The
whole.
whole vibe. So
And that,
even
that
me
was
hear
her
people
thing
say-
though.
people
But that
say-
was her thing though. She was like, "What does that make?
Have to
Just
do with her
because
music.
you see me with a picture or with
it
a
have to do
video
with
with
her
another
music?
woman, what that have to do with you?" Like,
It have everything to do with your music, sister.
yeah,
Everything. Unless you gonna start seeing some different messages. The messages that we are seeing right now, you know, the cultural vibration, the conscious vibe,
it not fit your
the
actions.
lovers energy. It's not the same anymore. You
Yeah.
know, when we hear about lovers now, we're gonna think about you and another woman, and
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I'm disappointed, Lila. I'm disappointed.
You's a damn fool.
Lila.
You's a fool.
Damn.
But I would really want her, like, to hear her elaborate on the reason why.
We don't need to hear
And
that,
no, and the molestation thing, how that
that part
connect.
there. Mhm.
I would really, because I might be a little bit insensitive towards that because I just don't get it.
Yeah.
But I would really like for her to, like,
And me hear
explain
others,
that.
alright, me hear others reason say them know of other women that have the same reasoning.
No, man.
You know what I mean?
That can never. I think so that is a reason. I don't think that's a valid reason in my opinion.
Mhm.
For me, if I hear somebody that I love and come and say something like that to me, I'm gonna tell them to come with something better than that.
Yeah.
It just don't make sense to me. It don't add up.
Yeah.
But I would love to hear, you know, some type of continuation
Guess we'll
on
have
that. Dum. Jamaica Festival, you know, December approaching, so anything is possible
We'd
right
love to
now.
have another brethren on the podcast, another Rasta brethren.
Mhm.
for kind of go back in the like a real like a Rasta man in our
elder.
culture. Not a man where sing music or nothing, just a Rasta man where.
Know the history,
Well,
know the
yeah.
backstories and all.
Yeah, we are live
Mm-hmm.
ital liberty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me da love for get maybe to be continued. To be
Yeah,
continued.
definitely.
To be continued.
Well, you could search that.
To be
you got
continued.
virgins.
To be continued.
But yeah, that was the reason for today. You know, it's something that I wanted to discuss. You know, just for the mere fact that I see a lot of young girls nowadays that's like, oh, you know, they like this and they like that, and they're just confused with what they see presented in front of them and how celebrities live their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And they feel like, okay, let me emulate that and let me do what the celebrities are doing, not realizing that they already sold their soul to get where they at and get what they wanted to need. Well, you know, what they need. As far as the females who are, you know what I'm saying, do what they got to do, busting their wire to get the little change to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That type of lifestyle. Like, we have to be, you know, mindful of these things. And as parents, please, again, please, be careful who you have around your children.
Definitely.
Whether it's a young girl or it's a young boy. Whether it's an auntie, whether it's an uncle, whether it's a grandfather, whether it's a friend, whether it's a neighbor. Be careful of who you have around your children. Because not everyone have good intentions. Not everyone have good morals. Not everyone have good values. Not everyone was brought up right.
Definitely.
Some people just want to create harm and create, you know, some type of pain towards someone else. And children are very vulnerable. And, you know what I'm saying, they're very intimidated by adults and by the presence. And especially if an adult is telling them it's a secret and don't tell and this, that, and the third. Like, we have to have these conversations with our children to let them understand that don't let nobody touch you and tell you it's okay, we're going to keep it a secret. Don't let nobody put nothing in your hand and give you nothing or buy you nothing or, you know, make you feel like you need this or you need them in order, or they're going to hurt you or hurt your family members if you do tell. We need to really speak to our children and make sure that they understand that if something happens, the first thing you do is you scream, you push, you shout, whatever you can do, and you make sure you let an adult that is responsible, a parent, a guardian, know what's going on or whatever took place so they can address the situation. Even the situation that happened a couple days ago in Jamaica, where the great uncle shot his niece. We're not really sure what the backstory is on it, but you just have to be careful of who you have around your children. You don't know who's who, especially in this day and age. Like, we just have to be careful. So just, you know, that's just something I wanted to say before we go.
Definitely.
I didn't even let y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go over and subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you go over to iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor FM, or any other platform that podcasts are being streamed. And make sure you go and follow Music and Marriage. If you are listening to us on a podcast platform, make sure you go over to YouTube and follow us, Amlak Red Square Official, AMLAK REDSQUARE Official on YouTube. Again, merch. If you guys need any merch, any door wreaths, any door signs, any home decor, make sure you guys go over to simplyrosecraft.com and check her out, and support, you know, her business, her small business.
Definitely.
Yes, I think that's going to be it for today. We thank you guys so much for joining us on another episode of Music and Marriage. Please be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Please join us on The Reason on YouTube, on Instagram. Please go and follow our Instagram page, Music and A&D Marriage Podcast on Instagram. My personal page is Nikki_Gordon 718.
Yes, and mine is Amlak Red Square, and that's across all platforms.
Yes, so make sure you guys go and follow us, you know, and let's reason. Give thanks so much for joining us on another episode of Music and Marriage. My name is Nikita. I am your host, and this is my co-host,
Amlak Red Square.